I'm going to push back a little bit and just say this. There's only one item in the world, in the universe, that our founding fathers had the foresight to say you have
That's
a
right.
constitutional right to possess.
Yep.
And so, people are going to bring up the alcohol situation and they're going to say, okay, well, it's restricted, 18, 19, and 20-year-olds can't drink and they're adults and they can vote. Different situation. You don't have a constitutional right to drink.
Yeah, but the only thing I would dispute with that, though, is like we all agree a 3-year-old shouldn't be able to get a concealed carry permit, right? I think we all agree on that. Keith is kind of shrugging his shoulders. but there is certainly an age where we say you're responsible enough to do certain things. And yes, while the Second Amendment is constitutionally protected, I would argue that there is a point where you should be allowed to buy one on your own versus maybe not.
I'm not suggesting that anyone under 18 should have a gun. What
Yeah.
I'm suggesting is that if you are at voting age,
Yep.
if you are an adult under the laws of the United States, if you can serve in the military,
Yep.
then I think that guns are different than cars, alcohol, or quite frankly anything else. Because you don't have a right, you don't have a constitutional right to housing. You don't have a constitutional right to medicine. You have a constitutional right to a gun.
Right.
And if you don't like that, and there's a lot of people who don't like it, then amend the Constitution.
Well, there are people that would say, I'd rather have a constitutional right to a house than a gun. But sorry, that's not how it is.
Right. And that's